Her Labour Party had steered New Zealand through a pandemic, a volcanic eruption and a terror attack. But 6 years later, it's time to move on. Jacinda Ardern's resignation after 2 terms in office took the population by surprise. But for her, running for a 3rd term was not something she was prepared to undertake.
I'm not leaving because I believe we can't win the election, but because I believe we can and will. And we need a fresh set of shoulders for that challenge. Is that after going on 6 years of some big challenges, I am human. Politicians are human. We give all that we can for as long as we can, and then it's time. And for me, it's time.
In 2017, Ardern entered office at the age of 37, becoming the youngest female head of government in the world at that time. In 2019, just 18 months into her term, a white supremacist gunman slaughtered 51 people at 2 mosques in Christchurch. Ardern took action immediately, supporting New Zealand's Muslim community, banning the use of semi-automatic weapons nationwide, and urging tech companies to curb the promotion of violent extremism online.
New Zealand is united in its grief, and we are united in our grief.
In the first 2 years of the pandemic, the 42-year-old became a model for other world leaders through her handling of COVID by shutting down the country's borders, which led to few virus deaths. Though popular overseas, she still faced growing anger at home from those opposing her COVID mandates and rules, sparking anti-vaccine protests, which ended with violent clashes with the police. Ardern's government was criticised for falling short of their promise to close the inequality gap, leaving New Zealand in a housing crisis. Her last year in office also saw a wave of ram raids sweep across the country. Jacinda Ardern will remain an MP until the general elections on October 14th, but hopes the party chooses her replacement before she leaves office on February 7th.